So I'm sitting here finishing up my last port I have to do. I do this industrial grade or whatever JB Weld, the big tubes. It's my last port. I did this one. It's sinking quite a bit. Index card over it. Piece of cork on that one and one of the JB Weld caps on that one. I didn't stuff anything in here. You just kind of lacklusterly packed it on this one because I can feel the air gap right there. See it? So I tried with masking tape to mask tape the whole thing, and I got some of the masking tape in the JB Weld by crinkling it over, and it made the process longer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this because I had to use this and it worked fine. What I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna just tape over the whole thing, take like a blade. I got X-Acto knife replacement blades I didn't realize I had, the wife found. And I'm gonna cut the whole side is here out, just trace it around. And that's how she gonna be today. Today's the 1st of October already. Venom 2 is out, playing. Never even got to see the Venom 1 movie. Looked like a pretty good movie from the previews. Venom 1. I'm assuming Venom 2 is probably alright. Sequels are supposedly never as good as the first one. You just want to keep any of that JB Weld from getting into this groove, and if you do get it in the groove, acetone cleans that non-set JB Weld out really well. Acetone is amazing on this. Fingernail polish is a industrial form of acetone. So if you have any fingernail polish that the wife has, which I don't, I have a whole gallon of this shit because I was going to use it as thinner for some paint because I was going to do paint projects. I never got to it yet. Now take and poke in and edge towards the hole. This thing's been ported. Just run the hole. I should get a perfect mask. This thing's been ported by somebody else. This is a spare $400 junk block somebody sold me. They were FC. They were a 91 or a 90. I think it was a 90. Yeah, I think it was a 90 GXL. It was a 90 GXL. He was fucking truck LS swapping iron. I think it was an iron head he had out of a Suburban, or an iron block he had out of a Suburban. He was trying to swap motors into the FC, and I bought his motor because he didn't want to make a full revolution. I bought that whole motor, the whole rotating assembly, everything was in it except for, cooling lines. It was a whole keg for $400, and kind of regretted doing it then, but now I look at it, it's well worth it. You can see the scuffs here. You can see some like hot marks here where it turned blue, but I'm gonna use it for my peripheral port stuff because I have FC peripheral port shit. So now we got these mixed cups and some latex gloves because this gets everywhere. I'm just gonna mix a little bit of this JB Weld and some popsicle sticks, jumbo craft sticks from Walmart. Use to mix all this shit up with. Also got some mechanics gloves I got off the fucking army for free. So I could do a couple things. I was just gonna use my mechanics gloves since they're already ruined and they're fairly dry today. I don't need the glove on just to pour the stuff. So you're gonna get quite a bit of air when you poof this out. This has got a tip. Turn the cap upside down, poke it through, twist it a little bit. This is the steel part because it's the black part. Probably just gonna mix. If I use too much, it don't matter. It's $16 a package for one of these. Not the steel, but it comes with the steel and the hardener, is what I'm saying. 15, 16 bucks. A lot cheaper than DEFCON, but it's almost the same cost as DEFCON. I'm also a little more familiar with working with it because I've used it before. So I got, you know, yay much. Looks like a turd. Baby poop. Gonna be a long video. So I'm pinching right where the epoxy steel hardener line is. Pinching there and squeezing that, and I see felt the air come up, and then I'm just going down. So I still have some left. It's a 50-50 mix, it's supposed to be. You get kind of softer putty if you don't use the hardener. Like it's set and it's soft, which can be a problem depending on what you're doing. If you don't use enough hardener, I should say. Yay. This stuff's the slow set stuff, so it gives you time to work with it. And you just take it and fucking draw it and knead it and turns gray. Black and white makes gray. As soon as you mix it, it starts to set. But it's not like a quick set, so you get a bunch of colors in there. You want to mix it until it's uniform. Uniform white gray. Make sure you mix everything. Don't just like mix a certain corner of it, because you never know when you're gonna draw a certain slot out of it, or you know, a certain bit out of it that's just nothing but fucking hardener or steel, you know. And you don't want inconsistencies in your mix because of that. This is supposed to withstand like 500 degrees of Fahrenheit temperature. I don't think a motor gets that hot. So I was thinking about using like 5-minute epoxy because it's a little easier to work with. This stuff is kind of easy enough the way I got it set up. Mixing thing broke. That's the first, putting too much pressure on it. Scrape that one off. Put that to the side here. Grab another one. Grab like a dollop of it, just on the tip. Come in at an angle, scrape down, go down in, scrape the top lid off where all your dollop was, the best you can. Just try to get it all forced in there. Just so you make a nice solid plug. Like that's actually gonna hold. Like you can't imagine taking a screw in there and the screw holding in there and try yeeting on it, and it's not gonna come up no matter how hard you tried. Probably wouldn't have to be that solid because you're really just holding air out of it. And JB Weld hold, is pretty decent. But there's no such thing as overkill. That's why I mask it off, because I kind of spread it around eventually a little bit. I have to make some more. I was going to use my gloves. I guess I just got into it. Don't matter. Shit is hard to wash off, but it does wash off. I'm being really quiet in here. It's because there's no need to be this loud. If I mumble, I apologize. It's what it is. You just want to get it all filled in. And when you get it filled in, you can kind of tell because there's none that come like out of it. Try to get all the air worked out of it. That's the hardest part. Just getting the air worked out of it. Because the air will fuck your shit up. It'll have a gap in it. Yeah, see, it's bubbling right there. And then settles, and it could settle to where you have a fucking air gap all the way through the thing. All the way through the fucking tube, and then you gotta fix it somehow with it being packed already. Another trick you could do if you're worried about air, like really seriously worried about air, take one of your sticks and break it long ways. There we go. Get it real thin. Use that as a poker. If you have chopsticks from like Panda Express or something, and so you just poke down in there. Try to get some of the air up and try not to introduce any more air. Chopstick would work because then you wouldn't have to break your lollipop or whatever the fuck, your freezer pop sticks. Yeah, that's about fill, I think. I think got ports filled. These ports on this is really small. This might even be a turbo 2 block somebody swapped in. I just wouldn't know. It's either 90 or 91, but it was an FC. It was a black one. It was a GXL, and he was swapping a fucking iron block into the damn thing with an automatic fucking transmission. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's stupid. Go buy yourself a fucking modern day fucking Mopar Challenger. Those are nicer looking in a way for what you're getting. Yeah. You want to make sure you get it leveled and flat out. But you also don't want any air pockets. So scoop, schmoo, scoopy schmoo. Try to get as flat as you can, so that way you don't have like a vacuum, extra bit of vacuum, because the extra bit of vacuum you have in these, supposedly more fucking brap you get out of it, and it's harder to tune. So I'm on my towel and on the fucking plate. Another thing I was doing, I don't know if it would help, taking a plastic mallet, taking a yellow end on it, and just beating on it. Like so. Trying to bring some of the air bubbles up, settle all that schmoo. See, it's get grainy on top and it settled down a bit. Take me a hacksaw tip. Best I can, schmoo it over. You want to use the slow set and stuff because of how fucking pain in the ass it is to get it right. At least right enough. I'm never looking for perfection. I'm looking for utilitarian purposes. That's all you do in life. How much can I utilize it? So you get that like that. Something similar. And peel. That's why I didn't like this, because it didn't come off all at once. The other one didn't either, so. All right, now I'm gonna go get me a rag and clean this up and call her good.